After that short little interval, we are back with our second game of the night, the final game of the night, and we have Ethereal, Untitled taking on Too Easy Victis Lcademy. What do you know about these teams, Flower?
Not much. Gonna be down honest with you. Not much. All I know is that these are both in our Masters division, so these are gonna be a lot more intense games, hopefully. And I'm very excited to see these high teams compete against each other.
Well, luckily for you, I can tell you some very interesting things about our rosters. Ethereal Untitled, also known as Team Untitled, a few friends of mine. Gongi on the Wrecking Ball, Jason the Sombra OTP, and Yuna. She's a very well-known German flex support player. A few friends of mine, fun fact, Gongi got his name from me. I told him about Aigong, the great god from Korean culture. And since then, he's gone by Gongi or Aigong. And looking at Too Easy Victis, well, they have people such as Andrew, who, for those of you who don't know, Andrew is the Bastion player, just to clarify. They've got Storm, Kissick, Chief Captain, Narpaka, and Dero. Both teams have their set comps, and well, from what I know about Lijiang Tower, looking at the heroes that they like to play, we might have a similar bout to our first game with Too Easy playing that Rhine composition, which you saw the Corgis play, and then Ethereal Untitled playing that meta ball composition, which so many of us have got used to seeing nowadays.
The thing I'm actually very interested for, the thing I'm very intrigued about, is the 2E's Bastion player. Don't know if he's going to be playing Bastion today, but if he's opting for the Bastion, then this might be a very very different approach to what we've never really seen before.
Indeed, if Andrew does pick the Bastion, I'll be very surprised. It might actually work into the Ethereal composition, though, especially if they're going to be running that ball comp. You know, maybe with the Sombra it might be a little bit difficult, and the Zen, you know, you'd have to invest a lot of your resources into that Bastion if that's the play that you want to go for. But my expectation, I'm going to be 100% honest, is we're going to have a very similar bout to what we had in our first game. I'm going to have one team running that rush, another team that fancies that ball composition, and then we're going to come to Night Market, which hopefully, if we go to first map once again, which very unlikely, but if it happens, it's scripted. It wasn't scripted. We didn't know it was going to happen, but if it happens, we will see. But we are finally going to be heading in to our first map of Lijiang Tower once again tonight.
Let's see what happens this time.
Indeed, and it's going to be a very exciting one, you know. Hopefully, Jay might be able to play another hero other than Sombra, because that's all he's able to play. Massive Sombra. Well, we won't say one trick. We'll call him a main. We'll go
specialist.
With
a Sombra specialist.
That's the better word. Specialist.
There you
is
go.
The word we'll go for. But we are heading to Control Center first, so it wasn't scripted. To clarify, we didn't choose the maps. We are at Control Center first. So, by the looks of it, if it is going to be a comp where we see Too Easy go for that Reinhardt, then it's going to be a very heavily favored map for them, more likely than not, into the ball. Whereas if for some reason, well, actually both teams have gone for the ball. Andrew is hovering the Bastion early on, so you could be right, Flower. We may see some.
I could be right,
but there is some slight compositional differences between the two. Early doors, though, we may see some changes. And in fact, this Sombra is on. Indeed, he is.
This is Sombra's on fire.
So. Jay is not on fire, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot, and I repeat, cannot play Sombra. But Storm is going to head over to the Reinhardt. There is the rush comp coming through from the side of Too Easy, and it's going to be the ball composition coming through from the side of Untitled.
It's bringing me a lot of memories back to our first match today against 8-Bit and Power Corgis. Oh,
Red
pick already onto red.
Okay, Andrew, he's actually even more cracked at the May than the Bastion, by the way. So big slam coming through from Gongi, but there's the boot onto Mosk from Dero, and that's what we mean with this ball composition. You really can't do much unless you get set up early. Hack onto Kissick. Jason getting incredibly low. Spam coming through from Stebergen. He needs to find a pick onto someone, and that's the pick that he finds. Now Passer's going to go down. Gongi's going to give his life in the process, though. Needs to find one more pick. They are going to have Moss coming back. Jason trying to farm that EMP, but the tick has gone in favor of the side of Too Easy. 10% on the board and counting. And this fight isn't looking like it wants to stop yet. Gongi's going to be back in the fight. Bergen's going to get pressured out by Kissick. Storm's going to get hacked up. He hasn't really been able to do much on this Reinhardt here, which we did see happen in our first match. Gongi going for the mine. Storm getting incredibly low. Chief Captain's going to lose his life from Bergen as well. He's going to be very close to finding another pick. Napasa is going to be back in the fight. Barrage coming through. Napasa's going to go down. Kissick's going to lose his mech. Dero does get Bergen in the process. Blizzard coming through now. Gongi with two. With the roll through, in fact, he just rolled through two people there. Storm and Kissick both going down, no tanks on the side of Too Easy Academy, and the picks are coming in their favor. 50% on the board and counting potentially here. Dero's going to give his life. Captain trying to touch, but he's going to miss out just a 50% for Too Easy Academy.
Once again, like I said before, very reminiscent of our first matches. This Ryan versus these ball competitions always play out extremely long. They're always long-winded. A lot of damage always coming through. A lot of ultimates are being built up on both sides as well. We are going to see the Sombra EMP on the side of Ethereal, which I'm extremely excited for. We know a good Sombra EMP can completely demolish a team, can completely shut it down. So let's see if he gets the pick. Let's see if he gets the EMP.
It's got to be the combination. Gongi trying to roll through. Big EMP on 2-5. Andrew did swap over to number 3. He's going to lose his life in the process. Did get Chief's wall out though before the just after the EMP went through, so he is going to keep that. Wall's going to go down now. Beat coming through from Red Naz. Yuna getting incredibly low. She is going to manage to stay alive just about though. Kissick with the deeper bomb and the beat from Dero. Yuna is going to get that res onto Bergen. He is back in the fight, still alive now, but they are losing both supports now. Ethereal. Moss is going to find Storm in the process though. Bergen's going to lose his life. Jason, no supports for either side now. Only going to have for one of Dero. Dero trying to do anything he can. Moss with the Diva Bomb trying to connect onto someone, but no one in the process. Dero's going to boot off Jason, and that's going to be the flip coming through potentially for the side of Too Easy. Red Nance gets sniped with a fire strike from Storm. Stalling still though. Gongi is on the point. He's going to have to just spin to win with that new ball change, as we previously mentioned. You can't really spin as much as you want to, but over 75% on the board for Untitled.
Yeah, we're just seeing these fights just break out. Like the stalling coming out from Ethereal is just trying to be so consistent, just trying to build up his ticks slowly, just trying to just keep contesting the point just a little bit, one at a time. They're gonna be going to the high ground, however, contesting the high ground for a little bit.
High ground has been taken indeed with that Symmetra TP. Moss and Kissick are the ones to contest the point. Gongi with the roll through to boot them off the high ground. Chief and Dero is the ones who have booted off Andrew with that high noon on this high ground, using that Symmetra wall to his advantage. They need to find someone. Doesn't connect onto anyone, but Moss is getting isolated here. Jason has the EMP. EMP comes through. That's big onto Dero. Barrage combined with it. So Bergen finds Dero. Napasa's very low. So is Andrew. He's going to lose his life. Restance is going to go down in the process. Going to get rest up by Yuna. And that will be the point flipped in favor of Ethereal Untitled.
Last fight territory coming up right now for 2Es. They're going to have the Earthshot ready. They are going to have the back window, and they are going to have the Lucio beat to engage this fight. So they have to kind of go quick. Immortality lamp already being used a little bit early, in my opinion. They don't have the immortality field for this fight, and they're just going to be speeding in like a race car.
To Kissick as he was managing to remake a beat coming through from Dero. Moss going to get D-Mech in the process from the Earthshatter from apparently Captain, using his Earthshatter on the Symmetra somehow. Not entirely sure how that one works. Going with the mines, he had to find someone in it. He's spinning around the point, trying to connect onto someone. Point is going to get flipped. He's going to go down. Jason does get a pick onto Dero. He does have the EMP. Someone needs to touch this point, though. It is going to be Red Naz. EMP onto 5 again. Jason gives his life in the process. Yuna does get the res. They do lose Napasa and Bergen in the process, though. Andrew incredibly low. He's going to get Yuna. Kissick also low. Is going to be a very close fight. Moss needs to connect his bomb onto someone. They find Dero. Storm's going to go down. Red Naz with the beat. The spin to win. The Symmetra wall coming through. Gongi trying to find the pick onto someone. Red Naz gets Andrew once again. 2 versus 2 on the point now. That's a very high charge Symmetra though. Chief Captain does need to go down if Untitled want to try and win this. He is managed to stay alive though. The Barca with his ult not online just yet. Bergen is going to kill him though. Kissick going to lose his mech with that barrage. Kissick going to go down. The ball swap now from Storm to keep his team in it. Andrew over to the Tracer. Dero trying to farm that beat, but nothing yet. Captain is going to get the pick onto Jason. Napasa swapping over now to the Moira. Res coming through from Yuna. Another nice Valkyrie and a nice res keep her team in this and bring Jason back into the fight. Only the Valkyrie, nearly the mines as well from Gongi. He needs to find someone. They do find Andrew in the process though. Stbergen trying to farm a pick. There's a slam coming through from Gongi. Diro gets hacked. He's not going to have his beat for this team fight. Mines from Gongi as well. Rednat's going to get the passer. And the flip is probably going to come through from Ethereal Untitled. And a very, very close fight. Andrew is going to be the one to touch, but he gets booped by the mines. And that's going to be Ethereal taking control center.
These last fights are always the most crucial within any sort of fight, and just the way that these teams are just trying to control these points together, especially Ethereal with the amazing ball plays. We've seen the amazing balls. We're seeing the Sombra come out, getting those immense, crazy 5-man EMPs, which is just absolutely crucial for the team, allowing the ball, allowing the D.Va to engage as much as possible. They're doing extremely well with this team composition right now.
It looks like compositional change may come through from from Too Easy, but they actually decide not to. They are going to stick with what they know, going to put Storm back on that Reinhardt. Rednaz is going to probably head over to the Brig, and Yuna's actually gone to the Zen. Stbergen's going to TP them out of spawn, probably head over to that Tracer, that composition that Ethereal Untitled like to play, and actually TP onto the point. Gongi needs to find that big pile driver combination before he gets stunned up. TP's going to be broken early. Jason's going to hack up them health packs. Yuna's just putting a lot of spray in. They do have that early point control Too Easy. They need to find something with it. Stbergen actually heads over to the Echo with Rednaz heading over to the Mercy instead, in fact. And they just need to find a pick the side of Untitled. Anything is a good thing for them. Going to roll through, try and cause some commotion in the backline. Does force out the immortality field from the passer. He's already at 70% to his ultimate. Gongi is going to get forced out in the process. Jason in the backlines trying to get a hack onto Diro, connecting the hack onto Diro. Forces the rotation, forcing him out. Gongi slam into the backline. Chief Captain getting low. Is going to be able to keep himself up. There's the amplification matrix now from the passer. Gongi gets booped though by Kissick. That's really, really not good for them. Yuna literally 1 HP at that point. But they are going to have to disengage here. They're going to get walked onto though, potentially. Jason is getting very close to that EMP. Diro only at 60 on his beat. And it's very important they connect onto him. 30% on the board for the side of Too Easy.
They're just playing so defensively, playing like a tortoise right now, just staying on point. Ryan showed up, blocking any damage and like that's possibly coming through. Just the way that they're playing is so slow, yet it's so defensive, just working so well against this fast-paced team competition of the ball, of the D.Va. They're gonna have the EMP up though. Oh,
Stbergen is gonna go down. Nice pick from Captain, and that's gonna stop them from pushing in, forcing out the Transcendence though from Yuna. Jason does have his EMP. Zero's getting incredibly low. He catches both the immortality field and every single player of the side of Too Easy in that. Are going to find the pick. Stbergen copies over to the Reinhardt now, forcing out the beat too late from Diro in my eyes, and that's going to be a waste of his ultimate. And it looks like the flip is going to finally come through. Chief Captain trying to find one on his exit. Diro also trying to find one on the exit, and he's going to boop off Gongi in the process. 77% on the board. A lot of ultimates utilized there by Ethereal Untitled.
A lot of ultimates utilized, but they got the point, and that's all that matters. Point. Quite literally. They're going to have the D.Va bomb, the Symmetra wall, and the Baptiste window ready on the side of Too Easy. They're going to try and do another TP with the wall coming up. They did break the teleporter, so Ryan alone by the alone, and he's gone down.
Storm on his own, but they do get Yuna in the process. She's going to lose her life. Gongi trying to make some space for his team. There's the amplification matrix now from the passer. He's going to try and connect onto someone, trying to put a lot of damage onto people like Gongi and Stbergen. Chief Andrew, in fact, on the Symmetra, putting a lot of pressure onto the backline. He does connect a pick onto Gongi, but he's going to give his life in the process. Rednaz is going to get that res up. Stbergen trying to find one more pick. He's going to lose his life to Storm, and they aren't going to touch. Forcing out the Transcendence from Yuna. She isn't going to connect onto anyone just yet. She's probably going to lose her life here as well. Both Diro and Kissick onto them. 84% on the board, and they really need to disengage now. Untitled.
Yeah, one more fight. Territorial once again with the Earthshatter and the High Noon coming out. There's not really many ultimates coming out.
Isolating Andrew off. Andrew's going to go down before the fight even starts. That might be the pick that they really need to get this underway. Jason does have his EMP. He needs to get it early enough where they do not allow Diro to get his beat, but he doesn't catch Diro. In fact, Diro is going to have his beat for this team fight. Storm with the shadow onto Gongi. Does get Moss out of his mech as well. Moss body block that to keep Gongi in this team fight. It's in fact going to see Andrew come back over on to the Sombra to try and contest this, and well, the team fight and the picks coming through from the side of Too Easy Academy. A lot of picks coming through. Jason's going to go down. Redlands does get Andrew in the process, but he won't be able to touch. and that's going to be too easy. Take in Night Market, and we're finally going to be able to see some gardens tonight.
Love the gardens. Just coming out from Too Easy, just that team concentration that they were playing, just the way that they play as well, the slow defensive, but once they get a pick, they go straight in, try and get as many picks as possible, and the way that they performed that, the way they executed that was perfect. I think we do need a pause on the side, however.
Indeed,
For some tech
we
issues.
do. We have some tech issues because I believe Moss is having some poopy internet, which isn't ideal, isn't fun. We don't like to see that. We don't want to see people struggling with their connection. But hey ho, here you go. Get a little too high and a little too low, but we get
especially
through
during
it
the
either way.
tournament. But ayo, it is what it is.
It's not any production anymore, but who knows? But hey, we are back. You get to see our lovely faces. You get to see Flower's floppy hair once again, and you are lucky people. But
you're always lucky people to see my floppy hair.
I have a very fun fact for you.
You have a very fun fact. I'm very intrigued.
The teams always provide us a fun fact before the game to
they
let
do
us
they
get
do
to know them. And well, the fun fact that we have from the Too Easy side is they are called Academy, yet we have no main roster. There was a team named Too Easy Victis at some point of time, and a few of their players were there. But now Too Easy Victis is a long-time inactive / disbanded team. So this new roster is apparently their Academy team, main team.
But they have no main roster.
Yes.
As they say.
Now this is an odd one. I don't know how to feel about this, ladies and gentlemen.
My mind's just gone numb already. I don't understand it at all.
It's an odd one, but that is apparently their fun fact. And well, if you'd like to know the fun fact from the side of Untitled, well, their fun fact is Jay is a massive Sombra OTP.
Disgusting.
The truth, though.
The truth.
He is. Well, no. We can't say OTP.
We say OTP. Specialist, okay? It's
specialist.
Specialist character. Exactly.
He's a specialist.
I don't call myself a Doom one-trick pony. I call myself a Doom specialist.
I call you a Doom OTP because
no. You call me a Doom specialist.
Embrace what you are. Embrace.
No, I'm a specialist. I'm a specialist,
accept
not a
it.
Doom. No. What if I don't want to accept it?
Well, you should accept it.
That's just unfortunate then.
Well, and actually, I can tell you the official fact about the Ethereal team. Because they believe, and this is a strong fighting word, that King's Row is overrated. Controversial, some may say. You know, King's Row, an iconic.
Quite a hot take.
That is quite a hot take. A staple of Overwatch, and they believe it is an overrated map.
What do you think? What do you think about King's Row?
I think it's a great map. I do believe, and I have my suspicions. The reason they say that is because Gongi doesn't play Reinhardt, and you know, that's probably why he doesn't like to play Rein. He's actually a diva player, but he's playing main tank for them because he plays ball, so ball meta very useful for them. So, you know, Too Easy could use that to their advantage, and knowing that they don't have an actual main tank player like that. He can play the main tank, it's just not his comfort, to say the least.
It's not his favourite role, to say the least. We'll say it like that.
That's he prefers the off tank, but he can play the main tank characters if need be. But slowly but surely, Moss is back in the lobby, but now everyone's decided that they want to use the little boys room, and we'll wait for them to get back. You know, you guys make sure you are refreshed and hydrated. It's a hydration check. Have you got
your water? Get your food?
Have you got your hydration, Flower?
I do have my hydration. It's in a bottle of vodka, but it's still hydration.
It is water, to clarify, guys.
It is water. I'm non-alcoholic. I'm non-alcoholic.
He's not
Please trust
chain drinking.
me.
I know it is the evening, but he's not chain drinking like another.
It is a Friday evening. You know, today's been a long day.
Indeed, it has. I did have some, but it is now gone, and so we will have to refill that at the end of this map. I will quickly run and speed down and get that. But speaking of speed, Dero on the Lucio. How good do you think his rollout's going to be? I'm excited to see the rollout.
I'm intrigued. I will definitely be spectating him.
We will indeed, but enough about us, enough about seeing us and our lovely faces on the camera. You guys can now actually get back into the gameplay because I believe Moss has fixed his ping and we are going to be heading back in. And compositions that I think both of us were kind of expecting. They're going for the 6-man rush with the Monkey and the Moira from the side of Too Easy. And well, they're heading to their tried and trusted Sombra Ball composition, Ethereal.
The rollout coming out from there. I want to see how well he does it. You know what? Not bad. Not bad. I'll give him a solid 6 out of 10 for that rollout.
It wasn't the rollout I was expecting. Captain does get his hack onto that mega health pack early, so that actually no, Jason gets the health pack early, which will be very useful for their favor, especially if we're going to see them try and take control of the dojo early on. Too easy, but Zero is going to be pressured out here. They are going to get that point presence early on. It's going to come down to can Gongi, Suburgan, and Jason combine their resources onto the big slam from Gongi, and a lot of shields combined from him. Rednaz getting pressured out now from Storm. Play off from Yuna. Yuna's now actually on the opposite team's bridge. Storm getting incredibly low. Storm's going to lose his life to Yuna. Jason does win the Sombra 1 versus 1, and he does capture in the process. Kizik gets Moss and his mech though. Kizik is going to lose his mech though. Nice slam coming through from Gongi and Stabergen. Gongi does get Andrew as well. Both teams trying to find them picks and farm them ultimates as quickly as they can, but initial capture and the team fight win is going to go over to Ethereal Untitled.
They definitely have to be careful, Tweez, about the team position that Untitled are playing. They do have the Brig and they do have the Zen, which is, you know, right now the common meta. So you can't just dive in and just expect to get the zombie. Oh!
Early Transcendence, a big EMP coming through for the side of Ethereal Untitled, but a lot of ultimates were utilized. They had to use the EMP, and Yuna tried to use her Transcendence to keep going alive, which she did, but was forced out, and they don't have any counter now heading into this next team fight. When Chief Captain goes for his EMP, he needs to connect that onto Yuna and preferably onto pretty much most of the team. And there's the EMP coming through. Doesn't connect onto Yuna though. They miss her. She was hiding behind the wall, but both supports are going to go down, and that's going to be the team fight that the side of Too Easy really needed. 60% on the board and counting now though for Ethereal Untitled. Going to be touch after touch, and just over 65%, actually just under 65% is what we're going to have on the board for them heading into this next team fight.
These Sombra ultimates are extremely important for both teams. If you can pull out a good EMP, even get 3 people in it, then you have the massive advantage. If you get the Brig, get the Zen, anyone like that, perfect advantage. You dive on top of them, you get a pick on them, they lose their support, and that's just an absolute amazing opportunity just for you to dive in further and get the picks that you need to win these team fights.
And it's all down to this EMP for this next team fight. They are going to lose Andrew early on. Going to hack Dero. No beat for this team fight. Nice sticky coming through onto Kizik. He's going to lose his mech. They're going to lose Dero in the process. Stabergen, Jason, and Gongi all combining up, as well as Rednaz. He finds 2 in that team fight to get that flip nice and quickly. Dero does get caught in that, so he doesn't have the beat for his side. And it's going to come down to this next team fight for the side of Too Easy Academy. If they connect onto Yuna, that's what they need to do here.
They are going to be coming out with the 6 ultimates on the board. Sombra can easily both EMP, and Moira going for Coalescence. Very easy as well. They're going to be coming out with the rally or diving in as quick as possible. And here comes the B coming out as well.
A lot of ultimates utilized by both of these teams. Rednaz using that rally to try and keep the tempo going. Yuna kills Chief midway through his EMP. She's trying to clutch this now. Gonna get the Transcendence on the point. Diva Bomb coming through now for Moss. Doesn't connect onto anyone, but they find the passer. Andrew's gonna lose his life. Only gonna be Storm and Dermo to keep this alive. Dira's gonna go down. Just Kissick on the point now. Chief Captain gonna be the next one to come back. He's gonna get hacked up and boots away from the point. He's gonna lose his life. And that's going to be Ethereal Untitled taking Lijiang Tower.
Extremely clean map for them at the end. Just those EMPs coming up from Jay, honestly, have just been absolutely amazing. They'll be getting 4, 5, even 6 people at times. And, like, those really determine how a fight's going to go. If you're getting 6 people EMP'd, that's such a massive advantage just for your team just to dive in, get the piece you need, get the support, just get anyone that you need, and you just can need to just win a fight with just 1 ultimate.
It was such a big pick though from Yuna in that last team fight onto Chief midway through his EMP. If she didn't manage to actually catch him there, that team fight would have went a completely different way, and that would have been a very, very different look heading in to probably the last team fight off the map, in fact. And that's the scary part. It's just how close these 2 teams actually are right now, and those little minute things and them plays that people are making is the definitive factor that is winning them team fights. You know, Yuna getting that pick on to Chief there, Jason with them big EMPs, Gongi combining with Stabergen with them slams, and likewise with the side of Too Easy, you know, them finding their picks that they need was one of the reasons why they won a map and, you know, got them so close to actually winning Lijiang Tower as a whole.
it's just a small little thing that both teams are doing, which really just determine the bigger picture of how these team fights are gonna go, which is absolutely crazy to see. We're gonna be going to our next map. It's gonna be on the side of, I'm pretty sure it's 2Es who'll be picking this map.
2Easy will be picking this map. We
2Es
are
will
going to be
picking
heading
this map,
over
yes.
to our hybrid map. Hopefully, they listen to us. You know, we did mention earlier on that the side of Ethereal do not like King's Row, and in fact, they are going to be picking King's Row as their map, which makes a lot of sense. And you know, considering that Gongi does prefer to play the Wrecking Ball, they are going to be very, very limited in what they can really play. If he does go over to the Rhine, then it will be much less of a comfort pick, but I'm excited to see what they do.
Absolutely. If they do go out for the Rhine, it will be very interesting to see how Gongi actually plays the Rhine as well, considering that it won't be his comfort pick. So maybe he might be a little bit lacking, maybe, but guess we'll just go wait and see for how the map actually goes.
And we do need to wait and see. We're just quickly swapping over everyone. They want to attack first the side of Ethereal, which makes a lot of sense actually for them. Playing the attack first is going to really play in their favor. You know, that will help them get set up nice and early. It will allow them to get involved a lot quicker, be in place, and kind of set the tempo, which is what their composition needs to do.
Absolutely.
Just 1 second away from heading in, though. It just gotta make sure everyone is happy with how everything is looking. Gotta make sure. And yeah, I'm excited because this map is going to be the definitive one that really matters. And
this could be the last map of the night.
It could be the
Quite
last.
frankly, it could be the last map, or it might not be, and we might go to a third map tonight, which would be absolutely amazing. If we do go to a third
map, then well, it will be a very interesting one to say the least, and it'll be exciting because you know we haven't gone to map 3 yet. You know, we had a very quick go at our first map between the Power Corgis and 8-bit, but who knows? We are excited, and hopefully we will be heading in to game very quickly as I'm trying to sort out the lobby at the same time as trying to cast. But hey ho, you know, we will get in game.
You're doing your best. You're doing your best, man. That's all that matters.
I'm multitasking at this point. I'm trying to talk and trying to keep everything alive and keep it running smoothly. But I am excited for this map, and I think everyone's excited. This has been a very close one. You know, it's coming down to those micro plays, as we said, and we are finally allowing you guys to see some gameplay and not see me struggle to make a lobby.
And not
we
see
are
our
going to head
beautiful
into King's Row. And there we go.
Beautiful King's Row. Honestly, quite frankly, one of the best designed maps in the entirety of Overwatch. If I'm
and I think that's what people like about it. It's the options of like the different lanes. A lot of people that's the best way to describe it. You know, you don't have like them single sort of hard choke high grounds, which a lot of maps have, especially on like your S score and your 2CP and your like even on 2CP and also your hybrid maps. A lot of them have that very strong high ground on second point, which makes it very difficult to push. Maps like Havana, maps like Rialto, they're two very good examples of it, and that makes it very difficult. But we are seeing double shield coming out from the side of 2Easy Academy. They're going to be running the Brig, going to be running the Tourbillon, and they're expecting Gongi to head over to that Wrecking Ball once again, because they are pretty much the best counters you can really get. A McCree, a Sigma, a Brig, a Tourbillon, like 3 stuns, a Reciprocal, like you're asking for that ball to not have fun. And on the side of well, Ethereal Untitled, well, Gongi is hovering the Reinhardt, and it's looking likely that he's actually going to run it. They are going to be running the Rush comp here. Jason heading over to the Reaper. Not the specialist we thought he was. Not the OTP that we kept claiming. But they are heading over to the Rush. Unit on that Baptiste. And it's pretty standard Rush coming through from them.
Just on the high ground right now. Perfect position. Just to stay on the high ground. Here comes a wall coming out. Just going to be able to get on them. Try and flank them. They're going to be moving up higher to the high ground. So playing a little bit of a, you know, a merry-go-round kind of thing right now. Just both teams just trying to get to each other.
This is fine. In fact, like, doing this because it allows pressure. You know, Jason's just going to pressure up point. They're going to get a lot of pressure on. Nice wall coming through. Nice freeze up coming through. Gongi already getting his shatter. That's a 5-man shatter. Only Storm wasn't caught in it. And Gongi on the ride. I kept mentioning how he mainly played the Wrecking Ball, but he's adapted. He's now become a Reinhardt main. He's evolved. He's become the Gongi Chad. Forget the Gongi. He's become the Yotta Chad, the Gongi Chad.
He's
I don't
just
even
the
know
Chad
anymore.
that you want
the Gongi
to be.
God. He has
The Gongi God. We're gonna bow down to the Gongi Gods.
The Gongi God. They've popped him a rare candy after the first one on the control center. They were like, we need him to play Ryan. Popped in the rare candy. He's gone from the Gongi Chad to the Gongi God. And well,
oh my God.
Stabergen heads over to the Doomfist instead of the May. Window early up, and they've swapped over to the Rush, in fact, too easy Academy. And they're going to force out a lot of pressure here, get a lot of early cart push. Going to kite back all the way around. Chief Captain is on that high ground, putting a lot of pressure on, but he's already at 70% on his ultimate. The Passer got a lot of their ultimate as well, already at 90% from that, and they only just really got onto that Baptiste. Doomfist punch onto the back line. There goes Andrew. He's going to lose his life now. Going to try and farm up. Storm incredibly low. There's the amplification matrix now, though, from Napasa. He needs to find someone in this team fight. No one as of yet. They just walked straight through it, though. Ethereal, Untitled. Another punch through from Stabergen. That's going to cancel Chief's ultimate. No high noon for them now. He's going to get out as well. Kissick on this high ground, putting pressure now onto Gongi. He's going to get that shatter very, very soon. Rednaz with the beat to put pressure onto the team. Big swings coming through from Gongi. He's going to get the picks there. Moss uses his Diva Bomb. And a very, very strong push on King's Row now for the side of Ethereal Untitled.
You were saying how Untitled, how Gongi does not feel comfortable with the main tank. Yet what we're just seeing here right now is just alpha dominance coming out. He's just going in. He has a second Earth Shatter compared to Storm, who hasn't even built his first Earth Shatter yet. He's just getting so much damage, so much support, so much sustain from everyone in his team that he just is able to just engage so well.
Indeed, he has, and well, there's the shadow coming through, in fact, and a lot of ults were utilized and picks coming through. Storm does get him in the process. He's going to connect his shadow onto Yuno. Storm is going to go down in the process. Diva Bomb from Kissick on the car. That's going to catch onto Stabergen. He's going to lose his mech, though, very, very soon if he's not careful. From Jason, if he can connect onto him, he's actually chasing the Reaper. There goes Andrew. Gongi coming back into the team fight now. Kissick incredibly low. Dero nearly getting out. He does connect onto Jason. Did lose the mech as well of Moss. Heinen coming through from Captain. He's going to connect onto Rednaz. And there's the stability that Too Easy Academy needed. And 4 minutes and 45 seconds. And counting on the time bank, though, for Ethereal.
They've finally been able to get some sustainability, as you said, but it's taken them this long and this much progress on the map to finally get one sustain. When we see in the Gongi, now going to the ball, actually is much more comfort pick alongside with Desire and a Pharaoh Mercy. So, definitely a switch up for Untitled, but definitely much more of their comfort pick, I would say.
This is the point where I think the ball will probably work best as well. You know, it's very much so where you've got these tight alleyways where, although you have to play Ryan, and Jason just goes into the backline, gets a pick onto Dero, does lose his life in the process. The unit connects onto Andrew. He's going to lose his life. That's going to help them get set up. Amp coming through, though, from the passer. Needs to connect onto someone on the side of Ethereal, and that's actually going to be Moss going down from Storm and his Fire Strike using that Amplification Matrix, and they just have to disengage. They cannot push in onto them yet. Rednaz getting incredibly low, going on this high ground. Without that Reinhardt now, they can't keep that positioning as well as they previously did. Stabergen already at 8% on their barrage unit, getting close to the Transcendence as well. Time bank is getting whittled down very, very slowly.
I'm a little bit concerned for this Pharaoh pick. They have got a McCree, they have got an Ashe, and they do have the Diva. The beat is going to come through, actually, though, from though, just to keep the team
from Dero, as well as the high noon now from Captain, trying to isolate Moss. Moss with that really big bubble. Dero trying to boot them, and actually boots them out of the line of sight of Captain. Gongi now, big slam into the back line. Stabergen is going to lose their life in the process. Shout out onto Jason. Jason swaps over to the Tracer for this now, and that's going to be another team fight going in favor of Too Easy Academy.
As I was saying previously, this Pharaoh pick, although it might be a good pick initially, considering it's the third point of King's Row, they have a McCree, they have an Ashe, and they have the Diva contest as Pharaoh. It's an extremely risky play, which could work out. We've seen Stabergen do some incredible plays recently, but with the Founders pick, I don't know. I'm not too sure about this, in my opinion.
Especially pushing into this double hit scan that we see from Too Easy, running the Ashe, running the McCree. You know, you can literally just put in a passer on this backline with Captain. He can just have the high noons. Stabergen's going to get heavily pressured out, and all he has to do is pretty much land a headshot onto someone, and that's going to be pick coming through. There's the slam into the backline, though, on to Napasa. He's going to force out his Immortality Field, and Gongi's going to go down in the process. You know, trying to Transcendence, keep them alive. Napasa dies, though, from the mines of Gongi. There's a res coming through from Red now. He gets that off. Duro incredibly low. So is Stabergen though. He's going to be kept alive just about. Both tanks on the front line though. There goes Storm. Stabergen going to connect onto him. Unit does demech Kissick as well. Kissick going to go down as well. Moss going to find that with the melee kill. Probably one of the first melee kills we've seen all day in fact. And point progress finally on the board. High Noon speed coming through. A big stun from Moss, but he gives his life in the process though. Diro with the boop. He does die though. Stabergen connecting. No team is really going to have ultimates. Only Stabergen with his barrage, and he's incredibly low. There goes both of the DPS though from Ethereal Untitled. Gongi trying to swing his swing to win. He is the only one on the point right now. He's going to get stunned up. Go for that slam. Going to get the DMech as well though from Unit onto Kissick. Gongi's going to go down. And they are going to be able to stabilize just about. Yuna does get another pick though onto Andrew, so they may be able to actually push into this. Yuna really popping off on this signature hero of hers, playing that Zenyatta, a hero she's so comfortable on, and she's nearly got a Transcendence already after using it just a team fight ago. Ults are online though for both sides. Bob coming through now from Jason, combined with the slam. Bob coming through in return from Andrew, and 2 with the barrage from Stabergen. Bob gonna go down. Transcendence on the point now. Just gonna be Storm alive. He has to find some pick. He has to live, but he isn't gonna be able to. And just under a minute on the time bank for Ethereal as they capture point C.
Great push once again from Untitled. It was definitely a bit weird seeing the switch up from the Rhine onto the ball. I get how it's definitely a much more comfortable pick, but with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock when they got to third point, going down to only 48 seconds to when they capture it, that's a lot of time that they've wasted, and a lot of that time could be precious going into possible a 4th or 5th round later on.
Indeed it could, and that time bank that they had that looks so strong has been whittled down. And but the main thing is they did capture and they do have a bit of time, so either way they are going to be able to attack if the side of 2 Easy Academy do just absolutely steamroll over them, but it doesn't put them in a good spot. And well, they're going over to the Rhine once again, the Gongi God on the Reinhardt here to try and hold this point, and it's a very difficult point to hold with that defensive ball composition if they try to do it. And I believe it is going to be a mirror match of teams. We are going to see probably both teams opt in for that rush style with the May, McCree and the Baptiste and the Lucio.
We are going to see Chief probably switch off the Widowmaker. They might get a few shots in, maybe get a pick, maybe not, and then probably switch over to the McCree. A lot more consistent, especially within the within the larger range of the team fights. A lot more damage, a lot more so CC ability as well. So hopefully we do see a mirror matchup at least.
Indeed, and well, he just swapped straight down. He didn't even go for the pick, and he's over to the McCree. And well, we are getting this one underway. Very quick push through that choke. No even attempt to try and split someone off in the choke. Gongi, there's both Maywalls coming through. They do get the split. Gongi with the pin, forcing out the immortality field early, and there goes Storm. Storm going to lose that round, but 1 versus 1. Gongi is going to get frozen up, but he is kept alive just about. Andrew in that small statue room, trying to get something, but there's the pick from Yuna and Jason. Both supports now dead for 2 Easy Academy, and that's a very, very easy team fight for Ethereal Untitled.
Getting these immortality fields down as well is such an important thing. We did see both immortality fields come up from both Baptistes on both sides, but the fact that Untitled were just able to break that immortality field just a little bit quicker, allowed Gongi to get the charge onto Storm and get the pick onto Storm, was absolutely crucial for them.
And you can see how much that difference of the Baptiste impact has come through. Yuna already has her amp. Napasa only just about to get his, and well, teamfight's already done. Storm's going to go down early there, as well as Andrew. He went down very, very quick. DMech on to Kissick. Going to stagger him out as well, which is going to be very, very nice.
Baby Diva stagger.
First stagger of the day, though, I believe. We haven't actually seen that many from these teams, but there we go. Gongi is going to have his shadow and a lot of ultimates online for both sides.
Yeah, this Shadow, we've seen Gongi Shadow before, but that's why we call him the Gongi God. That perfect 5-man Shadow, I really hope he's able to play that out again. I really want to see another 5-man Shadow come up from this man.
Nice wall coming through from Stabergen to slow down the tempo. Storm also going to have his Shadow. Gongi gets the Shadow. 2 into the backline. Chief and the pin then onto Storm. Blizzard coming through as well. Napasa's going to get stunned up. He's going to get frozen. Storm does get Gongi in the process. Also going to lose Rednaz. Gonna get 2 for 2. Make that 3 up against 2. Unit on that high ground. I don't think she's realized that there's people behind her. But Storm was so low, and was Diro as well. That they get the picks, and it's only going to be Kissick trying to survive. But I don't actually... Kissik's in the back line now. He's now on this high ground. I think they've finally found him. I think they know where he is. He just needs to try and escape. And he's actually staggering really, really badly here, which isn't going to help them at all. In a D-mech. Chief does get Stubbergen, though. They're actually pushing into this. Kissik goes down. Both teams utilizing the high noon. Both teams not getting connection on the high noon. Immortalities from both teams as well. Storm with the big shatter onto Gongi and Yuna. They're going to go down. Big pick from them. Moss did get a pick onto Andrew, though, in the process. Going to have to die on the point. But I think they finally have broken that hole here to Easy Academy. And a minute and a half on the timeback and counting for them as a capture point A.
Just amazingly well played from Tuiz. Even though they had lost the original pick onto the Diva, just that crucial pick onto Stubbergen, onto the Mei, was just able to get them in, get the push in, and just use the high noon, use the beat, try and speed as much as possible and just get the picks in the need. With another beat coming out, actually.
Beat coming through. Actually, the Doomfist swap now from Stubbergen. A big pile driver slam into the back line and make it a seismic slam. Not a pile driver slam, but a punch onto Storm. Going to clean up there. 3 picks for them in this fight. Gongi does lose his life in the process. Kisik going to get D-Mex staggered once again on the cart, and I think that's going to be the team fight. And actually the chokehold, which Ethereal Untitled really need to have on this map here.
This Doomfist pick onto specifically choke point can be absolutely crucial. You have so much walls just to do a little bit of a punch. Even just a punch onto the Ryan to let Gongi do a combo onto a shadow could be absolutely devastating for Tuiz.
Jason flanking around the back line. Gongi trying to land a shadow, doesn't connect anyone. Stubbergen's going to lose his life. Gongi's going to go down. Nice amplification matrix in fact coming through from the passer. Jason in the back line trying to connect onto someone, but he's just going to have to stall and give his life to the cause. 2.5 minutes on the time bank for Too Easy Academy, and a lot of ultimates used by both sides.
But I'm pretty sure we're going to see at least one more contest here. I really hope we see at least one more contest coming out from Untitled. Even though they're pushing forward, we see Storm with the shower ready. So Gongi better be on high alert for this. We're going to see the high noon come out as well.
Big punch against Stubbergen. He's done that twice now, cancelling Chief's ultimate. Shatter coming through from Storm. Does connect onto Jason and the backline, but Yuna is going to be kept alive from some nice pill from Moss. Andrew trying to get out, but he doesn't manage to. Kissik's going to lose their life as well. Stubbergen with another pick, and the punch and the play from Stubbergen to clutch it for his team once again, cancelling out Captain's High Noon.
This man is taking so many risks, and they're just being so calculated. He's just going in, he's getting the McCree, he's getting the punch, he's getting the kill, no more High Noon, and just they have so much free reign. Once the High Noon is down, once he's being killed, you have so much free reign. You don't have to worry about keeping your shield up any longer.
Now, no ultimates really online for the side of Too Easy Academy. There's the amplification matrix though from Yuna. Trying to find a connection. Rednaz is also low. Just trying to find that all-important pick. Storm going to get pressured out here. There's the immortality field. Jason gets a pick onto Andrew. Stubbergen does get Sun there. Gongi does counterpin Storm. Gongi is going to go down, and they use the beat. Yuna's going to go down. Nice pick coming through. There's the beat in return from them. She's going to lose his life. So a nice place bomb from Moss. He needs to find one more. Stubbergen finds Zero. Storm and Kisik are the only two alive now. Just going to be Storm, and he's going to go down. And when it all looked lost, Too Easy, Ethereal actually managed to throw that. And Team Untitled, Ethereal Untitled, managed to clutch.
1 fight left. 1 minute left. Maybe 1 fight left. Who knows? Untitled's got very little ultimates compared to Too Easy. They're going to have the Shard, the Bomb, the High Noon, and the Reaper ultimate ready. Compared to Untitled's only Shadow and Reaper ultimate. So they have to play very defensively, play a little bit safe, and just take up the bomb already.
Big blossom into the back line from Jason. He's going to connect onto 2. Gongi finds the passer in the process as well. Captain does find Jay, but I think that's going to be the picks that they need for this team fight. Blossom coming through from Andrew. Stubbergen's going to get Storm. He's also going to get Andrew in the process, and maybe, just maybe, it might be done here. We might not have to go to map 3, but there is going to be a contest coming through from Kisik. He needs to touch. Storm does have the shadow. If he manages to get it back in, it has to be Kisik to touch. They're trying to scout him out. Gongi's going to find him early on. Big shadow coming through, though, and the High Noon to combine it. Will they find any big slam from Stubbergen in the backline? Going to get Zero. Storm's going to go down as well. Napasa as well. I think that's going to be it. Just about. Kisik going to lose his mech. Just Andrew and Chief allied. Andrew's down. There goes Chief. And that's going to be Ethereal Untitled taking this map and taking our series tonight.
You were saying how Gongi does not feel comfortable in the main tank. All I've seen tonight from Gongi has been absolute dominance on this right now. The shadows, just the blocks. We even seen a play of a
You know
game
what?
from this man.
I hold my hands up. I hold them up, and I admit I was wrong from the last time I spoke with them, as they are some good friends of mine. As I said, Gongi is his name is Gongi because of me. I told him the account name after the great god Igong. Look, you can even see. Oh my god, a unit 87% of the match on fire.
Holy
In fact,
shit! Damn.
that is very impressive. Wow. But I hold my hands up. I admit it. I was wrong, and I admit that Gongi can play main tank. He can actually play Rhine. I hold them up.
Can.
I admit it. It's unfortunate, but Ethereal Untitled. Nice 2-0, and I actually would like to say kind of comfortable. Especially on King's Row, for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
But definitely comfortable overall.
Definitely very comfortable. And I want to know your opinion as well. Who would your MVP be for this match?
MVP. I know there's a person called B in the chat in the
We don't
Team
talk about
Untitled
that
coach,
person.
but for MVP,
MVP.
now this is the difficult one because it's between two, and it's the two as a power couple. But I am gonna go for, and this I wonder what you think I'm going for here, but I'm actually gonna go for Yuna. Yuna is gonna be my MVP because, and it's gonna come down to that team fight on Garden where she kills the Sombra.
Ooh.
Mid EMP with a headshot from the Zen to
know
win
what?
them that map, and
It's a
that was the
very
main
reasonable
thing.
one.
And also they just didn't, they never got caught by an EMP, which is really impressive. And remember, guys, you guys can vote in the chat for who you guys feel that the MVP was. But Flower, who was yours?
This is gonna be a bit of an odd pick. I'm gonna go with Jay. I think his Sombra was because you were saying he's a Sombra specialist, definitely not a one trick. But Jay's consistency on the Sombra, getting 4 to 6 EMPs targets each fight was immensely it's a massive help for that team. Just getting so many EMP targets, just being able to rush them down, get the kills. I just think his consistency was just so amazingly clean that that'll be my MVP for tonight.
Indeed, and I think we do need to, we need to mention the Gongi God, in fact, because he had some really big plays, but we want to see who you guys believe. But we do need to give some commiserations to Too Easy Victis Academy. They put on a strong show, especially on Lijiang Tower. They looked very strong. They looked like they were going to be able to actually. They had chances where it looked like they were going to be the ones to actually take that map, but they just faltered at that final hurdle. And some of their players had some good performances. I think Diro had quite a few good plays. Some clutch boops coming through, but it is going to be Ethereal Untitled, the team that they call Untitled, taking this one in a 2-0.
Well, amazing night of match tonight. We've seen Power. What's his name again? Power
Corgis, my man. The Corgis.
I can't forget the Corgis.
Can't forget the Corgis. Indeed.
The Power Corgis, not demolishing, but very convincingly taking a 2-0 lead over 8-bit. And we're just seeing Untitled once again taking another uncontested, a very uncontrollable 2-0 lead compared to 2Es, and hopefully the next matches coming these next couple of weeks are just going to be the exact same, if not maybe even more intense than what we've seen already.
Indeed, and it is going to be a very interesting Easter exhibition for you guys, and we are very much looking forward to being a part of it with you all. And as you can see, the vote is going on, and it is actually going to be Sturbergen as your guys' MVP from the chat. I feel like the whole team of Ethereal Untitled really put on a show for us tonight, but it was just those minute plays, and even then Sturbergen had those minute plays where he punched 2 of Chief Captain's high noons and cancelled them and actually killed him in the process, which basically won his team some of them fights. So, a fair one to pick, and I think the whole team of Team Untitled, Ethereal Untitled, in fact, I'm so used to their old name, just showed how good they were. But I feel like, Flower, it is time for us to say goodbye.
I've enjoyed my moment. I don't want to leave now.
Everyone wants to see your floppy hair. That's what
Everyone
it is.
Wants to see it's always the floppy hair. You can't.
We've all enjoyed it. You've enjoyed seeing us tonight, but remember, guys, that we will be back. We will be back with you. Actually, tomorrow. Make sure to check those games out because we are back tomorrow. We are back tomorrow, my man.
Tomorrow?
I don't know if it's me and you. I'm not entirely sure who it's actually going to be.
I don't think it is. Yeah, I was going to say. It
might not be you.
It's Sunday.
We're back on Sunday. I got my dates mixed up. I'm so used to my dates.
Don't scare me like that, man.
Hey, I'm so used to my I'm out of it. I'm still, you know what? The clocks went back however many weeks ago. I don't remember. I'm still an hour behind. So it would have been a Saturday for me, but it's Sunday, guys. Make sure you
Sunday.
come back on Sunday, and we will have 2 more games for you guys to cast, and hopefully you'll see me and Flower again. I'm not entirely sure
course you
who's
will.
actually working. Oh, is it us 2 again?
It is us 2 again, of course it is.
Wow. Well, aren't you
I
guys
cannot
lucky?
wait.
We can't wait
More
either.
fluffy
But
hair, more sexy Walker. What more
can you ask for, guys? Indeed, indeed. Well, and with that, we will sign out, and we will see you on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, go. Welcome back to another day of the Power Nappers Summer Spectacle. I'm John Boy, I've been under again. How you doing, bro? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing well, man. Good to have you back. Good to have you casting with me again. A lovely slam around the combo from top. He's doing what people would put in your rank games. You see it every time. You're seeing that FTT. Lovely pick again from Sato. Another lovely pick from Sato. 3! It's Sato! What are you doing, man?